Hi everyone, Nasia Davos here. Welcome to this video. So in this video, let's talk about cravings and thinking about smoking, and specifically thinking about smoking at random moments, weeks, months, or years after you have become a happy non-smoker and you're committed to your success and you're resolved, but smoking comes to mind from time to time and this worries you. Maybe you're afraid that you secretly want it, you're not over it, or maybe you will be having more of those craving thoughts and all those things. So let's talk about this in this video. Everything I will share comes from the CBQ method, the cognitive behavioral quitting method. So you have quit smoking, and at random moments or seemingly random moments, you start thinking about cigarettes. Now let's make an important distinction, because thinking about smoking is not the same as wanting it, craving it, missing it, desiring it. It's how you think about smoking that matters. Having a thought about smoking is not a bad thing. It's how you think about it that matters. For example, I think about smoking all the time, but I think about it as something that I used to do and something that I help people overcome, not as something I miss or want or crave or consider or desire. So it's how you think about it that matters. So if you think about smoking and that thought is more of like a memory of what your past self used to do in certain situations, like with your coffee or when meeting a certain friend you haven't seen in years, or when having a first as a non-smoker, it's very normal to have a thought about smoking. But if it's just a thought, like any other thought you have, if it's just a memory that starts because of a trigger, then that's nothing to worry about, and it will pass like any other thought you have passes. Now, what if the way you think about smoking is in a positive way, as something you want or something you miss? What does that mean? So let's talk about, so you quit smoking 2 months ago, and lately you've been having this nagging thought about smoking a cigarette, and you've been wanting it and you've been considering it, or maybe it's not a nagging thought and it's just random thoughts from time to time. Now I want you to consider here that it is not the cigarette you want. Nobody wants to inhale rolled grass and ammonia. Tobacco has inside ammonia, that's a chemical used in toilet cleaners, and acetone, that's in nail polish remover, or arsenic, that's in rat poison. Nobody wants to consume those things. What we want is to feel in a certain way. What we want is to feel better. What we want even is to recall, to re-experience the memory of feeling relief, the relief we felt when we fed our addiction. So it's all emotional here. So when you have that wanting about smoking, it's not about the cigarette, but it's about your emotions. So how do you manage that? When you realize that, oh, I am wanting a cigarette right now, ask yourself, what about it do you want? What about smoking do you want right now? What about it do you miss right now? What would you want nicotine to do for you at this moment? As smokers, we have trained and taught ourselves to meet our needs in a destructive way by smoking. We feel lonely, we smoke. We feel anxious, we smoke. We feel, we want to connect with ourselves, we smoke. We want to feel that certainty, that security, we smoke. Also, the repetition of smoking, this repetitive movement gives us a sense of comfort and meets our need for certainty. We want some excitement, we smoke. It's whatever it is that we are feeling, we have taught ourselves to reach for a cigarette. This is our first response. Before even considering if this is the best response, it is our first response, because that's what addiction is. So as smokers, and vapors, we have taught ourselves to reach for a cigarette immediately. So when you become a non-smoker, it's normal that from time to time, when you feel in a certain way, the craving mind will creep in and try to tell you that, hey, you should be smoking a cigarette right now so you can feel better. But this is not the truth. This is just a reminder of how you used to meet and cope with your emotional needs. So what you need to do is that when you have this wanting, ask yourself, what do I really want right now? Meet that need in a helpful way, and you will see that the craving will go away. Because if you have been a non-smoker for more than 5 days, then you're done with the physical addiction. So any cravings and thoughts you're experiencing are mental. And it's all about the emotions, especially if it's at random times or the cravings seem to come out of nowhere. There is a reason, and it's an emotional one. And once you meet that emotional need, the craving will have no reason to be there anymore. For example, let's say you had an argument with a loved one. In the past, you used to immediately go out, smoke a cigarette, collect your thoughts and all those things. So now, you had an argument, and immediately you're thinking, a smoke is the only thing that will make me feel better. But in reality, what you're wanting is to feel calm, to feel connected, to feel loved, to feel understood. So meet that need in a helpful way, and the craving will go away. Call a loved one, a friend, share your problem, journal about it, let it out in another way so you can get the same emotion and the craving will go. So it is that simple, but we never think to do it. It's never about the cigarette, it's all about the emotion. And another tip you can do in the moment that you're having this craving thought is to tell yourself that it's not, I don't want the cigarette. My craving mind is telling me that I want a cigarette. So get that distance from it. Get that distance from that thought. Diffuse from that thought so you can treat it appropriately. So I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Let me know if this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.